Well, Scott Shasteen, he knows all about that. He's a technical guru, and he joins us on the phone. Scott Shasteen, the play-by-play voice for the Tullahoma Wildcats. As the Wildcats are the hottest team in southern Middle Tennessee. Welcome in, Scott.
Coach Smith is going through Van Buren County. It's known as the dead zone.
How you doing tonight, Scott? You happy?
Well, it's always better after a win. We've, especially over an arch rival like Franklin County, to get a big win like Tullahoma got tonight, you got to be happy. I mean, the Wildcats led from the start, and they just never. Tullahoma played its best game of the year. Cole Potter scored 4 touchdowns again. Opened the second half with an 88-yard kickoff return. Gave Tullahoma 21-0 lead. It looked like the Wildcats were completely in control, but give Franklin County credit. They came right back and scored on a 51-yard pass from Dalvin Russell to Josh Sanders. Cut it to 21-7.
Scott, I hate to interrupt you. We're right up against a hard break. Can you hold on and we get you after the break? Can you do that?
I'm on.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Good.
This is Friday Night Thunder. We take a break for our stations on the network. It is the Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show. Dennis Weaver, Josh Peterson, Hayden Profit, Keith Kinzer, and Brian Markham. We're here till 11 o'clock. My timing is off. The Gremlins got me, too.
I think they extended that part of the
yeah,
song or something.
I think, yeah, we'll blame it on that. I'll tell you what we did extend. We did extend Scott Shasteen's wait. Let's get him back on the phone. I know that you folks are looking for scores. Go to our scoreboard, FridayNightThunder.com. We'll hit you up on it in just a second. But I can tell you this, Tullahoma win tonight over Franklin County, a rivalry game, and Tullahoma wins 34-14. And Scott Shasteen joins us. Cole Potter, you were saying, had 4 touchdowns tonight for Tullahoma, correct, Scott?
He sure did, Dennis. The Wildcats, probably the most impressive thing about it, fourth quarter, Tullahoma leading 28-14. Cats get the ball on their own 20 with 9 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. And Tullahoma drove those 80 yards, used 7 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock, 11 plays, most impressive drive of the season. Riley Darden scored on a 5-yard run to cap off the scoring, a handoff from Cole Potter. Potter lined up at quarterback, running back, wide receiver. He returned 3 kicks, a total of over 150 yards, including an 88-yard touchdown to open the third quarter. So, it was an impressive performance by Tullahoma in every facet. Maybe 1 penalty or 2, no turnovers again for the second straight game. Forced 2 Franklin County turnovers. And, the Rebels got 192 yards on the ground, but in that offense that 250 to 3 is the winning number for them.
Yeah, and it looks like that Tullahoma has found their quarterback. Am I correct in that?
Chase Dixon had a good night. Dixon was 4 of 7 for 103 yards and a touchdown pass. He also ran the ball 10 times for 18 net yards. But Chase runs the offense very efficiently, doesn't make mistakes. Eli Grove played a little, 2 of 3 for 18 yards. And like I say, Cole Potter lined up in that Wildcat for he ran the ball 9 times. 8 of them were from the Wildcat.
We're talking to Scott Shasteen. He is the play-by-play voice for The Ticket Radio in Tullahoma. Dennis Weaver, Josh Peterson on the Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show.
Scott, I think we may have talked about this a little bit last week, and you kind of touched on it there. You said no turnovers, for the second week in a row for Tullahoma, and it seems like as the turnover numbers start to trend down, the wins seem to trend up a little bit for Tullahoma. Those kind of coincide to you as well?
Absolutely, and it does for pretty much every team. Chase Dixon has been the difference here. Dixon makes the right read on the read option. Senior Chris House, second very good game in a row. Last week he had 83 yards. Tonight, 78 yards and 13 carries. When Chris House can gain over 75 yards, that means he's running up the middle on those plays, and Dixon's reading that, and then Chase pulls it down. And again, he was 10 for 18, but that's net. There's a few losses in there. And just makes the right decision when he throws the ball. He doesn't throw it into traffic. He hits guys that are open. And, a lot of times they score touchdowns. Had a 52-yarder to Potter tonight, a 52-yard touchdown pass. And then Cole scored twice on the ground and once on that kickoff.
Potter does it all. I think he lined off the field on Thursday night, and
he does play defensive back as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's amazing. Well, now Scott, next week you guys, I think you go to Warren County if I'm not mistaken, correct?
We sure do. We go to a Warren County team that's a lot like us. I think they're 2-3. They lost the game right at the end. We lost to Shelbyville right at the end. They lost to Coffee County in overtime. So to me, we're two teams sort of in the same place. We're sort of finding ourselves, but it's a non-district game. Dennis, it's fun to play in McMinnville. They have a great crowd. They have a great facility, great fans who support that team, and things are looking up with Scott Smith.
All right, Scott, we appreciate it as always. We will talk to you next week, and have a good rest of the weekend.
Thanks, Dennis.
All righty, that is C. Scott Shasteen with Sports Radio, The Ticket in Tullahoma.